So let's pop into our SCL, and hey, what did I just click? Something that I did not want to be in. Try Hourmeter SCL. There we go. And to start with, I'm going to try to come in here and define our statics. So OS1, that's a static bool. OS2, OS3, OS4. We've got our RTO timer reset. We've got our minute counter reset. We've got our hour counter reset. And let's see, what else did we need? We needed our triggers. So we had our Hourmeter reset trigger. We needed our accumulated time, even though I don't think we're actually going to end up using that for anything, but just in case, I put that in there on the... Man, you're pissing me off. Okay. And let's see, did we... Oh, we also needed our counted downs. So we have an hour timed down, and we need to set that as a bool. And then we had, oh no, not hour timed down, you fool, come on, minute timed down. Okay, not minuted, what am I doing? Minute timed down, okay. Then we have hour counted down, and we have day counted down. And I think that was everything. Let's get this up and out of the way, and let's start composing some if statements. So if generation mode, then, and here's where we want to call our first timer, that's our retentive timer. So then we're going to run this timer, and we're going to call this true all the time, and our reset is going to be our RTO timer reset. Our time in is going to be T sharp 60S, so 60 seconds, or we could put 1M, 1 minute, either one, it's the same thing. And then our Q out, and here we're going to have to work the one-shot logic in later. So in this case, we're just going to have this going before the one-shot. That's not a big deal. That's going to be our minute counted down, or minute timed down, and our elapsed time will be our accumulated time. Okay, and then we'll just have an end underscore if, because there is no exception to that. We either run this and we accumulate time, or we do not accumulate time. All right, so now we want to know whether or not we need to reset that timer, and we're going to go ahead and do that right now. That's going to save us from having to do one-shot logic. So if, and we're looking for minute timed down, then let's come down here and we're going to reset timer, and let's copy the name of the timer we want to reset and paste it in here. End if. And now we can come down here and put in our timers, and our timers don't even need to be buried and nestled into if statements. We can just do those right here. So if, whoops, I thought I still had the minute timed down in my clipboard, but I didn't. So if minute timed down, our reset is going to be our minute counter reset. We are counting 60 minutes, and we're going to energize hour counted down, and here is going to be our HM minutes. And you know what? I don't even remember setting those things on our function blocks. Did we do that? No, we didn't. Check that out. So, well, that was stupid. So for here, we want HM underscore minutes. Here, we want our HM underscore hours. And the whole purpose of this is to have our HM underscore days. Okay, there's a small oversight, but we found it and fixed it. So let's come back in here, and we've got that all set up. And let's just go ahead and drag in our next counter. That's fine. And the bool in for this is going to be hour counted down. The reset is going to be our hour counter reset. Our coming in, this is going to be 24 hours that we're trying to count here. And we're going to be storing this as HM hours. Whoops, no, that doesn't go there. I'm going to copy that and paste that here. And the Q for this is going to be day counted down. Got it. Okay. So I'm not sure why this is floating out here, but it doesn't really need to be. I don't see any reason for it to be. So let's pull another counter down here and hit OK. And yeah, this one's not floating out in space, but this one is. Not real worried about it, but I guess I could back that up and housekeep a little bit if I wanted to. There, that looks good. Did I miss one here? Yeah. Oh, I missed one on all of them. Okay. Now everything's lined up. And you know, when I did that, I lost some of my optional parameters. That annoys me. Okay, let's do this again. So when do we count up? We count up when a day has been counted down. Our reset, and this is our day counter. So the only thing that resets this is our Hourmeter reset trigger. And preset value 10,000 days. And our output here, we really don't need one. We don't care about that. And our count value is going to be our HM days. And I can just backspace to get rid of that Q, since that's an optional parameter anyway. And it doesn't seem to want to let me do that. So I'll just click somewhere else, and there, it'll get rid of that for me. So now we need to handle our resets. So if, and this is going to be Hourmeter push button reset. And I don't remember what we called that, so that might have been reset Hourmeter push button. Yeah, that was it. If Hourmeter push button preset, then, and this one's going to need an else, and end underscore if. So if that push button is being pushed, then we need a timer. And the timer is going to be evaluating during true, which means all the time. And this is going to be our 10-second timer, which is going to trigger our Hourmeter reset trigger. And we don't need an elapsed time on that, so I'll just hit enter and get rid of that. And if the push button isn't there, then we're going to reset this timer, because we don't want that to be retentive at all. And we also need a reset for that when we reset our timer anyway. So I don't think we set a reset on this timer. Let's go ahead and copy this parameter for this timer right there, and come down here, and I'm going to put in a reset, and this reset is going to be PB timer reset. Right click, and you know, that's such a pain. Look at that. It does not let me create this other timer. It does not let me, and look at that. When I go to just add that parameter back in, because I decided that I needed it after all, it does not let me. So, I mean, come on, Siemens, fix your stuff. Make this stuff work the way we want it to. Some of us actually do this stuff for a living, you know. And that does it for that timer. That will reset that timer, and then we'll have our triggers. So I don't think we need any additional management on that timer. Let's come down here and let's look at our triggers to reset everything else. So if, and now we're looking for our Hourmeter reset trigger, or our minute timed down, then, and now we want our RTO timer reset, colon equals 1 semicolon, and else RTO timer reset, colon equals 0 semicolon, and underscore if. Okay, so that should handle that guy. Copy, and we need, what, 2 more of those, I think, or 1 more of those, I don't remember. And here we're looking for an hour being counted down. And now we're going to reset our hour counter, or no, our minute counter. So yeah, minute counter reset. And same thing for here. We're going to set that back to 0. And then if we've got a day counted down, then we're going to reset our hour counter. So hour counter reset, done. And yeah, that looks like what I want. I think that's it.